Hey gang, what's up? Welcome back here to another edition of Intuitive Angling, and thank you very much for taking a little time to check the video out. And man, I've been waiting for like 9 months to do this video. Finally, we get to introduce the new Megabass sleeper craw. Been keeping this thing under wraps for testing the prototypes for the last year. And I'm going to show you guys the sleeper craw today, give you guys some tips and advice on where to get it, and just tell you a little bit about my experiences with it over the past 9 months. And got some geese in the background here, so if you hear some geese noise, you gotta pardon them right now. They're a little noisy right now. So anyway, guys, talking about the sleeper craw here, they're finally coming out with them. They've got them for sale now at Baitworks. Baitworks has got a big selection of them, and I'll put the sleeper craw Baitworks link in the description because I know you guys are going to want to get some of these. It's just I'm not impressed with new baits a whole lot coming out, but this is probably the most impressive new lure that I have seen in decades. So I'm gonna show you a little bit about the bait right now, then we'll talk about it. So here we go. Okay guys, here it is, the sleeper craw. This is about 3 inches long, crawdad imitator. It weighs 5/8 of an ounce, and there's a lot of different unique stuff about this I'm going to point out before we talk about it. First of all, the weight is right here. You can see it. It's molded in to the tail of the crawdad. So it's keel weighted like this, so it stays on the bottom, like that all the time with the weight. And then you've got the hook is buried, or actually there's a little slit right here. You can see it where the hook comes in, and this hook, super weedless right there. It's weedless, yet it collapses when you get a bite. It's sort of hard to hold with one finger here. It collapses when you get a bite there. Super stiff, super sharp hook for that. And then the cool thing about this is this sort of an elastic material here. And the thing that you're going to notice about it right off the bat is these pinchers float. So what happens is when the sleeper crawls in the water, these pinchers stand straight up like this. They're sort of coming to the side, but in the water, they stand straight up. So this crawdad acts like he's fighting or getting ready to protect himself. Say, for example, you're hopping along the bottom like this, and those claws are up like he's trying to defend himself. It looks completely real. And these things, like I said, they're elastic, so you can stretch them out forever and they're not going to break. But anyway, this is the basic design of the bait here. So let me explain a little bit about how to fish it now. Okay guys, like I said, I've had this bait for almost a year now, 9 or 10 months, and I've had a chance to experiment and test it, a lot of different models of it extensively in a lot of different situations. So I'm just going to go through with you guys, and I'm going to explain to you the success I've had on it and where I've had the success at it. The first thing I did when I was trying it, I was fishing at Table Rock Lake, Stockton Lake, some of the Ozark lakes here, and I was fishing it on main lake points, like, same type of place that you guys would drag a football head jig. And initially I started fishing it, like dragging it like a football head jig, didn't get that many bites. But then after a while I started experimenting, and I started snapping it hard off the bottom, like I just throw it out there, let it hit the bottom, and snap it off the bottom maybe a foot or two, and started getting hammered by the thing. Now most of the time it's like, probably 75% of the time it's like when you snap it, the fish are just on it like that, and the other 25% of the time is when the sleeper craw is falling back to the bottom, they hit it and you just see your line tick. But that's been the first way that I caught them. But guys, the main way that I've caught them on this thing, which a lot of guys that have had a chance to use this haven't experimented, is pitching and flipping. What happened is I was up at Stockton Lake this past early summer, and the water was up in the bushes, and I wanted to go up there, go flipping. And when I got up there, I had forgot all of my hooks and weights to flip with. It's like I had my soft plastics, but no hooks and weights. And the only thing I had in the boat was a couple sleeper craws that I had been fishing the deep water at Table Rock Lake. And so I said, well, man, that thing's pretty weedless. I'm going to try it. I started flipping it in those bushes up there, guys, at Stockton, and just started freaking whacking them on the thing. And it's like I said, it's super weedless. That hook buried in the slit there, it doesn't get hung up. And when you get a bite, you don't lose them with that super stiff, super sharp hook in there. And it flips really good. It's 5/8 of an ounce, so it goes in there really good. It comes out, it's compact, it's a great flipping bait. And also I expanded that a little bit, and I started flipping and pitching laydowns and stumps with it. So I've caught a lot of bass flipping laydowns and stumps, flipping flooded bushes, flipping around boat docks. Any place that you'd flip a jig or a soft creature bait, you can catch them on it. Now, a couple guys I know that have tested the prototypes too said that they've been catching some good ones with swimming it like a swim jig. I haven't tried it like that, but I've messed around with it to see how it looks in the water, and it looks really good. I don't know if you guys have seen a crawdad when it gets scared, but it scoots real fast, up off the bottom, and it sort of looks like a scooting crawdad trying to get away when you fish it just under the surface like a swim jig. But anyway, guys, really excited about it. The new Megabass Sleeper Craw. You definitely want to get you some. Like I said, I'll put the Baitworks link in the description. Today is the first day that they're live on the Baitworks online site. So I'll put the link in the description. Get you some of them. Good way to support the channel by using that link. And also you can dye the pinchers orange and chartreuse. But guys, this thing is freaking awesome. This is, like I said, I don't get excited about a lot of new baits, but this is one I'm super excited on. Up here at Lake of the Ozarks, right now practicing for the BFL, and as you can see, I got it tied on, fishing some of these boat docks with it. So anyway, guys, get you some. We'll talk later. See you.